My child, listen to my voice, not with your ears which hear the frantic beeping of machines and the hushed, worried tones of others, but with the deepest part of your soul. Here, in the quiet sanctuary of your heart, I speak to you. Do not be afraid. This fear that wraps around your chest like a cold sheet is a phantom, a shadow that has no power where my light resides. I am with you now, walking these sterile, polished corridors by your side. I am a present in the silence that hangs in the air between the ticks of the clock, in the long nights when you feel utterly alone. I am here. The body you live in, this beautiful and intricate vessel, is subject to the laws of the physical world. It can feel pain, it can weaken, it can be uncertain. I know this, but you are so much more than this temporary home of flesh and bone. The soul that animates you, the very essence of who you are, is eternal. It is a spark of my own being, and it cannot be diminished by physical trial. I want you to hold on to this truth as an anchor in the storm. Understand that the journey you are now beginning is not a random misfortune, nor is it a punishment for some failing. Banish such thoughts, for they are born of fear and do not come from me. This path has been laid before you as part of a divine design, an orchestration meant to bring forth something new and profound within you. It is a sacred opportunity for deep healing, for awakening to truths you have not yet seen, and for a clarity that can only be forged in the fires of trial. Every tremor of anxiety that runs through you, every dark thought that whispers in the corners of your mind, I know it all. I see the landscape of your heart in perfect detail, the hidden doubts you clutch, the quiet prayers you send up into the silence, wondering if anyone is listening. My child, every single one is heard. They are precious to me, for they are the sound of your spirit reaching for me, striving for connection, for truth, even when you feel lost. The hospital you are in, the doctors with their knowledge, the nurses with their compassionate hands, the treatments and medicines they offer, see them for what they are. They are my instruments. They are channels and vessels of my provision for you in this physical world. I work through the hands and minds of humankind, but know this with certainty: the ultimate, most profound healing will not come from their hands alone. It will flow into you from the moment your spirit surrenders to my will. Do not fight against what is necessary. This resistance you feel, this tensing of your soul against the process, it is a natural human reaction, but it only serves to prolong your suffering. Resistance is like trying to swim against a powerful, loving current that is carrying you to a safe shore. Let go. Embrace this journey with a spirit of humility, and I will fill you with a courage you did not know you possessed. I am the unseen companion who holds your hand when you feel the most isolated. I am the whisper of peace in the cold, sterile halls. I am the warmth that surrounds you in the darkest hour of the night. I am the steadying force that calms your trembling heart. Be aware, my child, for there are forces around you, both seen and unseen, that seek to pull you from this path of healing. They are not always monstrous or overtly malicious. They are often subtle. They exist in the well-meaning but fearful advice of others, in the endless distractions of the world that pull your focus away from your inner work. And most powerfully, they exist within your own mind as doubt, fear, and despair. I do not tell you this to frighten you, but to empower you. Recognize these forces not with panic, but with the quiet discernment that is born of my spirit within you. Wisdom is the light that makes the shadows retreat, and this wisdom is available to you always. You need only ask for it with an honest and open heart. Do not let despair make a home in your chest. Despair is a heavy chain you forge yourself, link by link, with thoughts of fear and hopelessness. It has no rightful place in the life of a soul who is held in my infinite love. You will feel weak at times. The outcome of this journey may seem uncertain and veiled in mist. But remember this: The future is never as rigid and fixed as your anxious mind believes it to be. Life is a magnificent tapestry, and its threads are woven from your choices, your faith, and my constant, loving intervention. Your sacred task in this moment is to choose faith when fear is shouting in your ear. Your work is to lift your spiritual eyes to me when your physical vision is clouded with worry. Your duty is to offer me your trust, especially when your heart protests and demands certainty. This is the holy work I ask of you now. It is through this sacred act of surrender that the deepest healing of body, mind, and spirit truly begins. Listen to me now, for this is a truth of profound importance. The health and well-being of your loved ones are woven together with your own. Their hearts are connected to yours by invisible threads of love that transcend physical space. Your journey, your suffering, your bravery, your unwavering faith, it all ripples outward. It touches them, influences them, and shapes their own experience in ways they may not even consciously understand. As you navigate the challenges ahead, know that your openness to my guidance becomes a shield for them. Your courage becomes an anchor that steadies them in their own sea of worry. Your faith can awaken within them a recognition of the divine forces that govern all of life, far beyond the surface-level trials of the everyday world. You may only see your own struggle, but I see the grand and eternal design. I assure you, none of this is random. Everything has a purpose if you are willing to look with the eyes of your soul. I am calling you to a state of vigilance, but not one born of fear. I am calling you to a heightened awareness, not a draining obsession. Above all, I am calling you to a deep and abiding trust, not a passive resignation. This path you are on will stretch you, it will test you, but it will also reveal to you the incredible strength you carry within. This is not a strength you manufactured on your own. It is my gift to you. It has been dormant inside you, waiting for a moment like this to be fully realized and brought into the light. Never, ever underestimate the power of a human heart that is perfectly aligned with me, even when it is housed in a body that feels frail. You are capable of witnessing and participating in miracles, both in the spiritual realm and, yes, even in the physical. But the prerequisite for any miracle is surrender, and the prerequisite for surrender is faith. Be mindful of the small, seemingly insignificant moments, for they often carry the greatest weight and meaning. A gentle touch from a caregiver, a whispered word of encouragement from a friend, the patient ear of someone who simply sits with you in silence. These are not small things. These are the very instruments through which my love becomes tangible in your world. Even the routine medical procedures, the mundane daily observations, the waiting rooms filled with the quiet, shared anxiety of strangers, none of these spaces are empty of my presence. I am in all of them, gently shaping events, guiding thoughts, and preparing you for the profound clarity that awaits you on the other side of this trial. You may feel the sting of impatience. A restlessness may stir within you, a desire to be done with this. Acknowledge these feelings, but know that they are like passing clouds. They are transient. Anchor yourself in me, in the eternal and unshakable truth of my love, and they will drift away, revealing the clear blue sky of my peace that is always there. There will be moments, I know, when it feels as though the entire world is conspiring against you. Moments when the darkness presses in so closely it feels hard to breathe. Moments when your own logical mind will question this path and my presence. In those exact moments, I need you to remember this. The deepest darkness has no power to extinguish the smallest flicker of my light. The unseen forces are at play, yes, but their power is limited. They can tempt you with illusions of despair. They can try to confuse you. They can whisper lies of abandonment, but they cannot destroy the divine spark that I have placed within you. You are my creation, my beloved child, and I am the source of every breath you take, every beat of your heart, every single spark of understanding that pierces the veil of your confusion. Do not try to walk this path alone. That is a burden I never intended for you to carry. Seek out the support I am providing for you. It comes in many forms, through dedicated healers, through loyal friends, through loving family, and even through the unexpected kindness of strangers. I work through the hearts of people as surely as I work through divine power. Every act of genuine compassion, every gesture of selfless care, every sincere prayer offered on your behalf is another golden thread woven into the tapestry of your protection and healing. Let these people and their love surround you. Let them be a constant physical reminder that you are never, ever truly alone. My love for you is vaster than you can measure, and its reach extends farther than your eyes can see. Now let this truth settle into the deepest part of your being. The road ahead may involve discomfort. It will likely involve uncertainty. It may bring moments of intense fear. These are not signs that you have failed or that I have forsaken you. On the contrary, they are portals. They are doorways to a deeper understanding, to a spiritual awakening, to the profound and life-altering realization of what truly matters. It is an eternal principle that when the body struggles, the spirit is given a chance to strengthen. When fear rises to the surface, the opportunity for true clarity emerges. When the world seems cold and harsh, my presence becomes most palpable and real, but only to those who learn to pause, to listen, and to believe. Remember that your thoughts are not trivial, and your emotions are not meaningless. Every tear you shed is a prayer. Every whispered worry is a conversation with me. Every silent plea is heard and honored. These are not signs of weakness. They are reminders of your beautiful humanity and your profound capacity for surrender and trust. Allow these feelings to move through you like a river, but do not allow them to become a stagnant swamp where you are anchored in despair. Your task is to transform them. Transform your fear into a prayer for courage. Transform your worry into an offering of trust. Transform your pain into an acknowledgement of my healing presence. This is how you become a co-creator with me. This is how you align your own energy with the divine forces that are already guiding you toward both healing and revelation. Even in the cold, sterile touch of medical instruments, in the rhythmic and repetitive hum of machines, in the rigidly structured schedules of hospital life, I am at work. My presence is woven into the very fabric of this experience. It is in the hands of those who care for you, in the minds of those working to diagnose you, and in the hearts of all those who love and fear for you. Through this unseen, constant guidance, the outcomes of this journey can align with the highest divine plan. Trust this process. Human understanding is finite and can only see a small piece of the puzzle, but my understanding is infinite. I see the whole picture. Do not waste your precious energy questioning why this is happening to you. Such questions serve only to weaken your heart and distract you from the work at hand. Instead, shift your focus. Ask, what can I receive from this? What can I learn? What part of myself can I surrender to a higher power? There is a profound and active strength in acceptance. It is from this fertile ground of acceptance that true, lasting transformation arises. Your time in this place is not a prison sentence. It is not an interruption to your life. It is an initiation. It is a crucible, a sacred space where the spirit is refined, where the heart is purified and illuminated, and where the soul is given the opportunity to remember its divine origin and its eternal connection to me. As you walk this path, speak to me. Speak to me often. Speak with raw honesty. Tell me of your fears. Express your gratitude for small comforts. Do not try to craft perfect, eloquent prayers. Simply speak. I hear the unfiltered language of your heart, a language that is unbound by grammar or syntax. Your soul's true voice is perfectly understood by me, and it carries a power beyond your comprehension. Through your prayers, even the ones that are unspoken, fragmented, or tear-stained, you open the channels for my healing, clarity, and love to flow into you without obstruction. Be prepared, my child, for you will encounter many moments of choice. These choices will not always be grand or dramatic. Often, they will be subtle and quiet. A choice to trust instead of worry. A choice to be grateful instead of resentful. A choice to breathe deeply in a moment of panic. The immediate consequences of these choices may not be visible, but I tell you, each choice made in alignment with love and faith creates powerful ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. Even the smallest acts of courage, the quietest acknowledgments of my presence, the moments you actively resist the pull of despair, those are monumental victories in my eyes. They build not only your own resilience, but also the resilience of everyone connected to you. Know also that in my kingdom, suffering is never wasted. Even the deepest pain carries within it the seeds of profound understanding, boundless empathy, and divine insight. Your trials will educate you, not just about the workings of your physical body, but about the vast, unseen dimensions of existence. You will begin to see how the invisible threads of connection bind you to all of humanity, how unseen spiritual realities influence the tangible world, and how my presence is a constant guiding hand, even and especially when it is unseen. Open your heart to these sacred lessons, for they are more precious and enduring than any fleeting physical comfort you might seek in the moment. Do not fear what you cannot see, for physical sight alone is not truth. Many of the most powerful and benevolent forces shaping your life are invisible to the human eye, but they are always visible to the heart. Faith is the name we give to the eyesight of the soul. It is the sight that penetrates the unseen. It is the understanding that transcends surface appearances. It is the unwavering recognition that every event, every encounter, every single heartbeat is suffused with my purpose and my love. Cultivate this sacred sight within yourself, and you will navigate the days and weeks ahead with a clarity and a peace that defies human understanding, even in the midst of uncertainty. My beloved child, listen carefully now, for this message concerns the most sacred physical gift I have entrusted to you, your body, which houses your mind and your spirit. Life itself is a treasure beyond all measure. To care for this gift is not merely a duty, it is a profound act of reverence. It is a continuous expression of gratitude and a reflection of your understanding that you are my cherished creation. Every breath that fills your lungs, every beat of your heart that sustains you, every thought that moves through the pathways of your mind is a miracle, a gift from me to you. Yet so often, this sacred gift is treated carelessly, taken for granted, or neglected. I tell you now, with all the love in my being, do not allow this sacred vessel to be harmed through neglect, overindulgence, or thoughtless habits. Health is not simply the absence of disease. That is a limited human definition. True health is the fullness of life. It is the beautiful harmony of your body, mind, and spirit working together in perfect balance. It is the vibrant expression of my divine light shining through your physical form. So many of my children walk through their lives as though their bodies are inconsequential, believing they can act without restraint and ignore the gentle warning signs of imbalance. But you must understand this. Every choice you make has consequences that ripple through the temple I have given you. What you eat, how you move, the words you speak, the rest you take or fail to think of, those are not trivial matters. They accumulate day by day, slowly eroding your health, weakening your natural defenses, and making you vulnerable to forces that seek to destabilize not only your physical body, but the very harmony of your soul. I urge you to recognize that the care of your body is inseparable from the care of your spirit. If you neglect one, the other will inevitably falter. When you honor both, you will experience a vitality that transcends mere physical survival, a vitality that touches the fullness of my original design for you. I see the countless ways the world tempts you. It emphasizes you with the illusion of convenience, the promise of excess, and the fleeting pleasure of indulgence. I see the allure of foods that harm your cells, the seduction of idle habits that sap your precious energy, the relentless insistence of distractions that keep your mind restless and your spirit fragmented. You may tell yourself that life is short and pleasure is its own reward, but hear me clearly. These are the subtle thieves of health. They serve forces that do not wish for your wholeness, your clarity, or your strength. To safeguard your well-being, you must cultivate 3 sacred qualities: awareness, discipline, and reverence. Consider what you put into your body. Food is not just fuel, it is information. Every bite you take sends a message to your cells. Nourish your body with intention, with love, with foods that come from the earth and are filled with life force. Avoid that which is lifeless and depleting. Remember that each act of conscious, careful nourishment is a sacred act. It is a moment in which you align yourself with my design for your vitality. Movement, beloved child, is another sacred practice I ask you to honor. Your body was designed for motion. It is meant to be active, to stretch, to strengthen, to allow life energy to flow through it like a river. When you neglect movement, your body stagnates. Your energy becomes sluggish. Your mind grows dull, and your spirit feels the heavy weight of inertia. I urge you to walk, to stretch, to dansa. They'll allow your body to express the joy of being alive. This is not a punishment or a chore. It is a joyful acknowledgement that the vessel I have given you is capable of wondrous motion, a physical reflection of the freedom and grace I desire for your soul. Rest is equally sacred. So many of my children overlook the profound necessity of deep, restorative sleep. They believe that productivity, distraction, or worry are more important. Yet your mind and body require this period of restoration to function as I intended. Sleep is not a weakness. It is an essential and holy process. It is the time when your cells repair themselves, your mind consolidates learning, and your spirit reconnects with the deeper realms of my being. Neglect it, and you weaken the very foundation of your health. I instruct you to honor the cycles of rest, to protect your nights from unnecessary disturbance, and to approach sleep with gratitude. For even in the hours you spend in quiet stillness, I am at work within you, restoring and realigning the energies of your being. Your mental and emotional health are just as important as your physical health. A mind burdened with constant worry, anger, resentment, or fear sends destructive signals throughout your body. This disrupts your inner harmony, weakens your immune system, and clouds your judgment. Emotional stress left unchecked will eventually manifest as physical illness, for your mind and body are an inseparable, interconnected whole. I urge you to cultivate practices that calm, center, and elevate your mind. Meditation, quiet reflection, prayer, and mindful awareness of the present moment are powerful tools I have given you. Through them, you can release heavy burdens, restore your inner balance, and receive divine clarity. And speak kindly to yourself, my beloved. Your internal words shape your reality more than you know. Guard your thoughts as carefully as you guard your diet, for they are the seeds from which your health will either flourish or falter. The health of your relationships also bears directly on your well-being. Relationships filled with tension, resentment, or toxicity act as a constant drain on your life force. I instruct you to consciously cultivate bonds that nurture, support, and uplift you. You must also find the courage to gently release those connections that diminish your vitality. And you must learn to forgive, not merely for the sake of the other person, but for the profound restoration of your own inner peace. Your emotional health is a mirror of your spiritual alignment. When your heart is at peace with me and with others, your body responds with resilience. When your heart is burdened, your body weakens. I also warn you against the subtle erosion of health that comes from neglecting preventive care. Your body is resilient, but it is not invincible. Ignoring its gentle signals, avoiding checkups, dismissing small but persistent symptoms, those are choices that can carry heavy consequences down the road. To truly care for your body is to observe it with diligence, to listen to its whispers before they become screams, and to act with wisdom before small imbalances grow into severe conditions. Prevention is an act of love for yourself and for me. It is a conscious decision to honor the precious gift of life I have given you. Hydration, my child, is another pillar of this sacred care. Your body is composed mostly of water, an astonishing fact that many overlook. Water carries nutrients to your cells, removes toxins from your system, and sustains the delicate chemical balance that underpins every single function of your life. Treat this element with respect. Drink pure water not only to quench thirst, but to actively nourish your cells, to facilitate healing, and to honor the intricate design I have placed within you. Be mindful also of the very air you breathe. Your lungs are the gateways of life. They require clean, unpolluted air to function optimally. Seek out natural spaces that nurture your breath. Protect yourself from toxins. Engage in practices that expand and strengthen your respiratory capacity. The breath is not merely a mechanical process. It is profoundly spiritual. It carries life force, divine energy, and my very presence. Every mindful inhalation reconnects you to me. Every conscious exhalation releases what no longer serves you. Through the simple act of breathing with awareness, you participate in the sacred rhythm of all existence. Do not ignore the impact of what you consume with your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Just as your body absorbs physical nourishment, your soul absorbs images, sounds, and ideas. Avoid indulging in a constant diet of negativity, fear, and chaos, which is so prevalent in your world. Seek out that which inspires you, that which is beautiful, that which expands your knowledge and brings you closer to truth. Guard your senses as you would guard the door to your home. Your spirit, which governs all else, requires the most dedicated care. Spiritual neglect is the root cause of so much human suffering. When your connection to me is weakened, every other aspect of your life begins to suffer. Prayer, reflection, gratitude, service to others, and a constant, conscious awareness of my presence are not optional extras for a good life. They are the essential nutrients for your soul. These practices restore your balance, provide you with unshakable resilience against the challenges of life, and protect your body and mind from the erosion of unseen forces that seek to destabilize you. Understand, my beloved, that moderation is a divine principle you must embrace. Excess in any area, whether in food, activity, or even spiritual zeal, disrupts the delicate harmony of your being. Health is a balance. Listen to the signs I have placed within your own body. Fatigue, pain, mental fog, emotional turbulence. Those are not punishments. They are messages. They are my loving alerts telling you that your balance has been disturbed and that gentle care is required. Remember, my beloved child, that your health is both my gift to you and your responsibility to cherish. It is a reflection of my love, a vessel for my presence, and the means through which you can participate in the fullness of the life I have planned for you. Nurture it, and you enhance your ability to reflect my light into the world. Every choice matters. Every action carries weight, and every moment offers you a new opportunity for care, for respect, and for loving alignment with me. The effort you make to care for your body, mind, and spirit is never wasted. It strengthens you in ways you cannot always see. Every step you take toward balance, every meal you choose with intention, every moment of mindfulness, every act of love toward yourself is a sacred seed that will bear the fruit of vitality, resilience, and clarity. Health is not a destination you arrive at, but a living, dynamic dance that requires your continual engagement, attention, and devotion. Honor this dance, honor this sacred vessel, and know that in every moment of this journey, both in this hospital and in the life that awaits you beyond it, I am with you, guiding you, loving you, and holding you in the palm of my hand. Amen.